right, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Honorable Marvin Coop Show. I'm the host, Chef Marv. No lie, I'm that guy. And I got the brilliant minds, Mississippi finest, my man Jojo, and the
Well,
great Jwilliii the third.
What's good,
well,
man? Glad to be back.
Yes,
what's going
sir.
on, man?
Glad to be back here. Welcome in, take notes, grab a pen. So, this is WrestleMania 24. The genius up here texted me the other day in Roman numerals, then probably like, oh, I'm gonna see if he gonna guess this one. I'm just fine. But yeah, I'm excited to do a WrestleMania. I used to call these the rewind manias. So, Jay Will, what made you choose 24 and why?
So growing up, this was like the first when I started becoming like an actual like I was a WWE fan, but I wasn't like a die hard.
Yeah.
This was around the time period where I was 5 years old. We couldn't afford the little pay-per-views or whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember I watched this during COVID. I was like, because ain't nobody else got nothing else to do in COVID. So I was like, WWE's like, releasing all of these free videos and
Hmm.
full length pay-per-view shows. I was like, oh snap, okay, let me watch '08 because I know '08 had a couple of interesting ones that I didn't even know the outcome of half of them. And I remember sitting there watching, I was like, this is a really good WrestleMania compared to the other ones I watched. So I was like, this will probably be a good one to kind of hit things off with for me. And it was a
Yeah.
good one, I'll tell you that much.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. 2008, '09, and 2010 is probably like my three favorite WrestleMania stuff.
Yeah,
Like
2010 is definitely one where
those were some good ones, man. From like I say, I mean, '07 wasn't bad. If
yeah.
if Triple H was there, I know he was hurt. I was like expecting him to
He
be there.
was hurt. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
realized
he
he
was
was.
hurt in the '07 one, so I really didn't like pay attention to that one. But when this '08 year was just a good year for WWE. Cena
Mhm.
came back at the Rumble.
At the
Then
right.
from there, all the pay-per-views in '08, I cannot tell you not one bad pay-per-view in 2008. Not
Man,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Not
Yeah.
one bad one. I ain't gonna lie. '09 too. I was looking at '09's pay-per-views. I'm like, dang, from like a 3-year run. I don't know if anybody else gonna agree with me. From 2008, 2009, and 2010, I cannot really sit here and tell y'all one bad pick.
Yeah, it's just so many Hall of Famers from that time period. You got John
It
Cena,
is.
Batista, Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, with the D.
Yeah,
It's just so many, like even a lot that I didn't name. It's crazy.
yeah.
uh,
It is one match that I did tear up. So I ain't gonna lie
I,
to y'all.
I
I
know
know which
exactly
one you
what you're
talking
talking about.
about.
I did. I was like, dang.
Yeah, man.
But it's all good. Let's start it off with this belt fest garbage brawl between Finlay and JBL.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Personally, bro, I'm gonna give it a 5. It was all right for what it was, but it's like this was like when JBL, like I said, JBL was on his way out. So
Yeah,
man, you can't really hold that against him, bro. Hated
right.
this dude growing up too, bro. Oh my God, I hate, bro. Besides Edge, bro, I used to think JBL was racist growing up, bro. Because this dude had John Cena arrested, called him a street thug. He kicked a Mexican person over the border, bro. Filmed this in Mexico, right? Kicked him back over the border. This
He a
man
foul.
called Eddie Guerrero essay. I'm like, bro, this dude got to be racist, bro. And it's crazy that to see like outside of his wrestling gimmick, bro, this dude is actually a genuine good person, bro.
The nicest person you see. I was like, that is one of the biggest shockers of like
Exactly,
my
bro.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Instead of finding out that Kane and Undertaker weren't really brothers, I was like, JBL is not racist? What?
Exactly. I was like, bro, that's crazy. But the highlight of the match to me was when he threw that garbage can at Hornswoggle. That was funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I started dying. That had me cracking up, bro. He's grabbed him up and just said, boom.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5, bro. I don't think it was bad just because of the stipulation, but if it was no stipulation about, oh yeah, this would probably be a little lower.
Yeah. Right.
Not gonna lie.
To me, it was like I don't know, like for an opener match, it was cool. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Just with like some of the notes I get written now, it was a
Yeah.
lot of like headshots. Like if there was one thing about these matches, it's like
Yeah.
I saw like JBL just like literally just flew a trash can at Finley's head. And I'm like it was kind of gruesome at first. I was like, this match would have been better and I don't know if they allowed this at that time period. If they had like blood, I don't know if they allowed blood in 2008. Was that a little bit too late?
Mm, I think that's when they was freshly coming out of the
Yeah.
ruthless aggression era. So nah, not really.
That would have made that match to me like two times better because it was a lot of like shots with weapons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The gimmick I was kind of watching because like when I watched the pay-per-view, I kind of want to see like why, like what's the history, you know?
Yeah.
Hornswoggle thing kind of seemed corny to me. I'm sorry. As a kid, I probably loved it, just because it was Hornswoggle. But at least as an adult, it was just like, y'all just kind of another like throwaway, filler type match. You like you said, you could tell JBL was kind of wrapping up his career, and at the same time, Finlay was as well because I don't
Yeah.
think Finlay was too long after that.
Yeah, Finlay was so
Um,
good.
but it was just a decent match, nothing too special. I'll probably give it honestly, I'm not gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7.
Okay. That's respectable.
I'm gonna give it a, six as well, even six, because it was. We all forget Hornswoggle was just there for entertainment. We're not there to take him seriously. It was a
Hmm.
good storyline for him to just be like, he's not Vince McMahon's son, he's Finlay's son. And the match, like I said, no disqualifications, no countouts, so you had to win by pinfall or submission. So it was cool just to see them like whoop on each other. So,
Yeah.
like I said, just a good way to start off the mania. Nothing too serious. I was like, all right, let's have these two guys fight in a no holds barred type of deal. But give it a six. Of course, JBL won. I didn't expect it to be anything else.
It was just stupid. It was calling him like Hornswoggle was Finley's son.
Exactly. It was just there for entertainment. That's all
Yeah.
that really was.
Like I said, younger me probably loved it, like and I guess that kind of what matters the most when you kind of grow up on it. But
My opinion, though, they probably could have put the Battle Royal in and put this one off. Like they will always have these matches like they'll show before the WrestleMania or something
Mm.
like that. I think they could have used this one and then put that ECW Royal Battle Royal in there.
Yeah, because I was looking at the no, no, from what I heard, bro, I think it was best to keep that ECW Battle
Oh,
Royal.
really?
They say it was hot garbage.
It was hot
That's what I think.
garbage.
I don't know. Like
I,
I watched it. It's not
I had
good.
looked
it
on the
wasn't
cage
good.
match review thing, man. They gave that like 1.5 stars out of like
That's
10. So
crazy.
Bro, but like my thing is like when you stuff like 20 people in a ring, it's only so much you can do with like 30
Yeah.
minutes. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
like the first few minutes, it's just people hitting each other and
That's
then
it.
throwing each other off the ropes. Like, those
That's
type of
fine.
matches I've never been a fan of. You might as well just do a Royal Rumble style if you're gonna do like that. But
Yeah, and then
yeah, but
people that
that's gonna take forever though. Unless
true.
you do like 10 men in a ring.
that's what I'm about to say. You better make it like 10, 10 people.
Yeah, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
ten
watch
to
no 30. Yeah, man. I'm
30.
not trying to watch no
Yeah.
30-man rumble on a
Either
WrestleMania pay-per-view, bro. That's gonna take about two hours at least, bro.
either
You
Exactly.
that or
guys,
make it a contenders match or something like that instead.
yeah.
It's yeah, 10 at a time pause, but that sounded crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah. Um so here's this match was exciting because of definitely the candidates that was in there. The Money in the Bank, Morrison, Carlito, Shelton, Sim, my man Kennedy, MVP, which I cannot stand, and my
Oh,
man Chris Jericho. So
hold on. We can't take MVP slander, man. What we
huh?
doing? We can't slander MVP.
I think this was around the time I didn't really like him. I liked him when he was a heel, but I just couldn't stand him when he tried to be a good guy. I think it was just a little too late, and I think that kind of killed his career.
I loved MVP growing up.
I
Bro, that man
he
entrance was so dope, bro. Growing
Yeah,
up,
he was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, when he was a heel though, but when he tried to be like the good guy, I was like, oh my God. It's like this
hey,
ain't him, man. This ain't you, bruh. This ain't you.
man, you heard what the commentator said? Yes. Well, on the pay-per-view, there was like Shelton Benjamin, the greatest athlete we ever seen, bro. And, bro,
Mhm.
Shelton Benjamin, bro. I'm still kind of confused, like how that man didn't hold a world title now at least once, bro. Like, and it's like it's no disrespect to Great Khali, Jack Swagger, but you mean to tell me you put a world title on
In
Great
their
Khali and
hands.
Jack Swagger, but you couldn't put one on Shelton?
That man, Great Khali was hot trash. That they tried to push him so bad.
Bro, and it was
Uh,
like, bro, I remember when Khali first popped up on SmackDown, bro. This nigga beat the brace off of Undertaker. Then he squashed him at Judgment Day, bro. I was like, bro, I was looking at that
Crazy.
TV as a kid, bro. I was like, it's no way. When they
Yeah.
say, and you're new, word hip, I was like, it's no way, bro. This dude. dang near killed Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, bro. Rey Mysterio popped up like 2 weeks later, like nothing happened. Like, gang, this nigga just squared your head in, bro. And you popping up, jumping out the floor like nothing happened. This nigga
Hmm.
got Batista life hell. I'm like, bro, Khali, can you leave my guys alone, bro? Leave them alone. But yeah, bro, like with this one, bro, this match, I'm giving this an A, bro. I really like the contestants that was in here from Y2J who freshly just came back.
Hmm.
You had CM Punk, a young and rising CM Punk. You had Carlito, Shelton, and Morrison. I think CM Punk was the right guy to win, honestly,
Oh
because
yeah,
this is
most
like,
definitely.
yeah, because CM Punk was that dude in ECW. I think he was just transitioning away from ECW and he was more
Hmm.
featured on Raw.
Yeah.
So him winning was like the good move. If Y2J or if they would have did something with Ken Kennedy, I wouldn't have been mad at it. But like I really think CM Punk was like by far the best winner of this ladder match. And what really did it for me was when Matt Hardy came back and he hit the twist of fate on MVP. That was gold. Because I remember they had like a little storyline. These niggas was
Yeah.
like, man, these niggas was having pizza eating contests on SmackDown. You know I'm not lying. They was having pizza eating contests. But they having 1v1 in basketball matches. I was like, gang, Matt Hardy probably is the worst hooper I've ever seen in my life.
I remember seeing
Boy,
it.
I do too. I remember
bro,
that.
oh my God, bro. It was terrible. If I can find that clip on YouTube, bro, I'm gonna sit in and let both of y'all see it, bro. It was
I
terrible,
think I
bro.
remember that too. I think I
Bro,
remember that.
MVP clanking wide open layups, bro. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. Come on, gang. But
Mm.
yeah, bro, this match was really good. I'm giving this an 8.5. This is really good.
Yeah, honestly, to me, watching this show, this may have been my favorite match out of all the matches in this pay per view, just because there were so many moments. When it first started off, it kind of started off a little weird. Everybody ran outside the ring to grab a
Hmm.
ladder, and then
Yes.
MVP strategically was being smart. But like as the match gone on, it was like there was more crazy moves. Like Josiah said, the Matt Hardy twist of fate off the ladder was kind of crazy because as an MVP guy, I'm expecting him to, he got the opportunity. The match was already like what 10, 15 minutes in. So I'm like, all right, he's
Hmm.
gonna wrap this up soon. And I see MVP right there. I'm like, oh snap, it's about to be over. And then I see Matt Hardy come. I'm like, man, you just kind of messed it up for the black man. Is that what you doing, man? But I also feel like this was like the perfect list of candidates you could put in this match. Like Mr. Kennedy, who won it last year, CM Punk, who was still trying to kind of break through WWE. Same with guys
Hmm.
like Carlito. I hated John Morrison. I'm sorry, I couldn't do that little corny. When he does the little intro and does the little slow motion thing. That's so
Bro,
corny.
that dude had so much oral, bro, growing up. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
That was clean. I ain't gonna lie.
I liked him. He just seemed like another like pretty boy for the WWE to me. I didn't really care for him. Even though he had a good moves, like skill set, I just hated the gimmick. But I just feel like all around it was just a great list of candidates. A lot of high flying moves. It was some moves that I looked like with Sheldon Benjamin. I was like, God, how much you gonna put your body through with these ladders? Like, it was one of them. Like he was trying to literally jump off on the other ladder. I don't know if he purposely meant to fail, but like
Yeah.
he fell. It looked kind of awkward. He literally like threw his entire body, or he got thrown off. I think it was by like Mr. Kennedy. Like he just threw him off the ladder into like the outside, onto like another ladder. It was just a lot of good match with a lot of big, like memorable moments. So for me, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. This was a pretty solid match for me.
Yeah.
Man, I agree with what both of y'all said, but I'm gonna give this match. I gotta give it a 10 because it was perfect in every way, especially like from what y'all was saying. But I'm gonna also say with this too. Perfect candidates, like Jay Will just said. It was just all of them. It felt like all of them was in their prime,
Mm.
and then like, of course, the Jericho moment, especially him after him missing two WrestleManias. This was like his first one back, so he was kind of like my favorite. But then at that time, I was like, any of these guys could win. You know what I mean? At one point, they had us believing that Carlito could have won, John Morrison could have won. They gonna have a great story on him. Like Jojo said, I'm really disappointed that they couldn't make Sheldon win because that would have been a perfect storyline, but nobody wrote the script for him good. So I felt like all of them could have really had a chance of winning. Uh, Perfect match all around, especially with the ladders. Even though your boy grabbed the midget ladder, I don't know what he was thinking, but it's all good though. I think, like you said before, though, man, each of them had a chance to grab it. But like Jojo said, perfect time for CM Punk to win it. Like as his time emerging, I think, like I said, '08 was a good year for him too. So him winning that kind of emerged him into the superstar that he is today. So this Money in the Bank, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give it a 10.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Money in the Banks, I love Chris. Well, I'm neutral on Chris Jericho. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
but 2008, 2009, I kind of felt like even though he was a good fit to be in the match, I don't think he should have won it. Only because I think Money in the Bank for people should be to like kind of elevate them to the next level. I feel like
Right.
Jericho could have competed for a world heavyweight championship without the Money
True.
in the Bank.
True.
Just off his legacy alone, I feel like I said, there's like a lot of younger guys still trying to like position themselves until that next level. Like if you look
Yeah.
at that match, it was yeah, MVP was the USA champion. You
Yeah.
had like the Intercontinental champion. I think John Morrison was like one half of the WWE tag teams at that time period. I just feel like those are the guys you really want to try to push into the limelight. Not someone like Chris
Yeah.
Jericho who probably put him in a storyline for a belt and it would still make sense. So,
Right.
Hmm.
like I said, I'm not mad that Jericho was in it. I'm just kind of happy he didn't end up being the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus he was like already the IC champ anyway. So I mean,
Hmm.
but I really like that spot when he put the walls. I forgot who he put the walls of Jericho on that
Oh, that
ladder.
was
It was John Morrison. He put the walls of Jericho. That was
Hmm.
clean.
That
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 was
was
was.
kind
really
of weird. I'm not gonna lie. That was just I was like, how are
yeah.
you
That was
out of that type of
yeah. That
situation?
was tough. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna
And
lie.
then when Jericho got stuck too, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of
Yeah,
was like, I was like, there, that's it.
Man, you losing like that, man.
yeah,
Definitely.
bro. That was bro. It was good though. I enjoyed this, bro.
Yeah. This was like one of my best favorite matches. Like Jay Will just said. And it got entertaining too, so entertaining, high flying, athletic moments from all of them. So shout out to all of them, the contenders in the match. But we had the what SmackDown versus Raw, Batista and God rest his soul, my man Umaga.
Yeah, bro. Rest up.
Rest up Umaga. So what y'all think about this one?
Uh,
So Jay Will stupid.
Look, this is the match where you go and get your snacks for this is where you take your bathroom breaks and stuff like that. When they first came out, I was like, okay, this could be like, a decent match. I'm like, okay, but Batista versus Umaga, and I'm watching the match and it's just going so slow. Like I got so uninterested really quick. It kind of picked up at the end, but even then, like when Batista tried to Batista bomb him,
That was the
I was
sloppiest
oh
Batista
my
bomb I've ever seen,
I,
man.
I was legit scared for a second that he was like actually going to hurt Umaga because like the way he fell, I was just surprised he was able to throw him forward, like falling back. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
such a horrible move. But at the end of the day, it was a very slow match. It's one of those matches where you get your snacks and all
yeah,
that good stuff. To me, I give it like a 4.5 out of 10. It's
yeah. I'm gonna
just
get this a 5 too, bro. And it's like, bro, like Umaga lost off of one Batista bomb, bro.
exactly. That
I
didn't
was
make any
like,
type of
bro,
sense.
this is the same guy that got choked out with a turnbuckle at last year's Royal Rumble by John Cena. He lost by one
Hmm.
Batista bomb. Like, bro,
Yes.
come on, man. But it was like, bro, this match, bro, it was like Jay Will said, it started off slow, bro. It was very boring. Picked
Yeah.
up at the end, like I ain't gonna lie, this probably like one of the few times I ever seen Batista just like get manhandled because he was
Yeah.
getting manhandled the whole time.
Right.
Start picking up at the end, no spine buster, Batista bomb, 1, 2, 3, we go home. Me give it a 5, bro. It was like it was lackluster, but it did what it needed to do at the same time. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, it's I can't really hate on this match because it was just average.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm I'm gonna give it a 3, and that's just me being nice because the match was very boring, like Jay Will just said. I like both guys. Don't get me wrong. Pause. That sounded wild. Like I said, Umaga, I was a big fan of Umaga when he first got in here, and Batista always kind of like reminded me of Goldberg, so I was always a fan of him.
Thank you.
But but the chemistry wasn't there with these two. Like I said, the Batista palm at the end was a little impressive. It looked like he almost slipped, in my opinion. But otherwise, Batista really didn't do much offense. Like JoJo said, he was getting manhandled the whole match. But Batista won for SmackDown, which meant absolutely nothing to me. Uh, he was fighting for SmackDown, and yet he got drafted to Raw soon after this. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
It was
It's
just
just,
Man,
they could have
yeah,
played that for like the WrestleMania after Raw or
it,
something like that. That wasn't a
yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It
They
wasn't,
could have.
bro.
I really think they could have did something else with Batista because he was like
Yeah,
the last. He was like the top three in the Rumble, so I feel like they could have did something else with him, bro.
yeah.
Honestly, they
I
just
don't
threw this nigga in a random show on
Random
a
match.
random match, bro. That was kind. I don't even, bro. Like legit, bro. I don't even remember the storyline between Batista and Umaga growing up. Like I don't.
It wasn't. I think it was just Raw and SmackDown chose somebody to represent their team.
Yeah.
Oh, and they chose those two people, which like I think they were good choices. Not well, I think they were good wrestlers at the time period.
Yeah,
It's just that certain wrestlers don't work well with other wrestlers, and that definitely was one of those cases. Like
that's definitely.
it was a very awkward match.
Yeah. Like I said, the
Yeah.
chemistry was not there with these two. So,
Also, I wonder if they did they practice the Batista bomb beforehand because like just watching that again, it's like you I don't even know if like Batista like he's a strong guy, but I don't even know if he was capable to like lift Umaga up like that, like on your shoulders and
yeah, that's what I said. It looked a little off.
yeah.
So, but like I said, it was boring. And for them to put Batista in this kind of match at a WrestleMania, of all places,
Mhm.
Yeah.
damn, like what my man Jojo like to say, that was a slap in the face. So,
And this is like when Batista was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out as well, because like he didn't like
exactly.
the way WWE was going as a company. So I mean, it
Hmm.
was like I don't know, man. They could have. I don't know, bro. They could have did something else with him, bro. Because I just feel like
Could have did
doing that's
better.
kind of crazy. Like they could have did a story program between him and Y2J or something, bro. Because
Thank you. Yeah, they could have had them two could have had a match.
what meaning behind it, bro. It's just, man, you really
Yeah,
did a random match for SmackDown versus Raw just for this dude to get drafted by Raw a couple of days later. Like, come on, man.
and then the storyline after that was what you got mad at Shawn Michaels for. Well, like I said, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that. That's what I'm saying. It kind of like seemed like it kind of like went downhill for Batista a little bit
I mean, he
that
did
year.
win the WWE title twice, though. I mean, you got
Yeah,
to the flower twice. I mean, 3 times. I think he won it 2 or 3 times because
in '08, in '08 he did.
I think he won one in 08. He
Yeah, I
got
know he
injured.
won one. But '09 he definitely won twice.
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
beat Cena 08. Oh, no, he won three then because he
three.
he he had to relinquish it. Randy won it. He came back and beat Randy and Armageddon in the Hell in a Cell match, I think. So that's two.
Oh,
Then he
that was
beat
'09.
Cena at Elimination Chamber for it. After Cena, I ain't gonna lie, boy, I was so pissed when he did that. Oh my God, bro. And it was like, bro, Cena already tired, bro. Vince was like, bring out Batista. Bro, man, you talking about he knocked the Sonic rings out of John Cena, boy. I was so big of a John Cena fan, bro. Like when he used to lose to niggas like that, bro. Boy, I used to cry, bro. Like I used to hate seeing him lose, bro. Like it's just like something it just didn't sit right in my spirit to see Cena lose like that, you know? And for him to just come out and just start knocking the Sonic rings out of John Cena, bro. Oh my God.
Mm, mm,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
was this Umaga's last WrestleMania before he passed? Because this is around the same, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
mm.
Dang.
That's crazy.
'Cause I think because I know he got cut like several months later for whatever drug incident or whatever, and then I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
because I think he was cut after that. Yeah, you're right. I think he
yeah.
lasted like maybe a month and then he got cut. Because I think in
which one
2011 he died in 2011 though, right? Because he died years after he got cut though.
was it? Because I know
Uh,
the time period he was he was actually going to come back around that time period before he passed away. No, he died
Yeah.
in '09.
Oh,
yeah,
nine.
he
Oh,
he
okay.
did come, he came back because I think his last match ever in WWE was against CM Punk. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, this is like the first time I ever heard Umaga like talking English, bro. He
Nah,
basically told
no,
CM Punk
right?
on SmackDown. He's
That's
like, he
crazy.
said, I'm gonna hurt you. And then they had like the little, the tap the corners match at forgot the pay-per-view. He won it. Never seen him again.
Mm,
And it's so unfortunate, bro, because I was one of them guys that was like, man, this dude had like a slugfest with John Cena at the Royal Rumble, bro. I felt like he could have been a world champion, bro.
you could have.
And it's kind of sad too, because like the Usos got signed and he died that same day, bro. So he
Mm,
never really got to see the Usos like actually flourish to like
yeah.
the greatest tag team of all time, bro. It's kind of insane, bro. But I know he happy somewhere, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he got a son who's like at pro wrestling right now. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if WWE picked him
Yeah.
up. years.
He gonna be in WWE by the end of the year. I know exactly who you talking about. Zilla.
Mhm.
Bro, this dude just had a match with Booker T. I
Okay.
think like a month or two ago. He just had a match with Booker T.
Mm.
I'm surprised Booker T still moving.
Man, this man be on the NXT commentator talking about some shucky ducky quack quack and ah ah like bro Booker T is
Mhm.
hilarious, bro.
He
Bro,
is
he's
funny
probably one of my
commentating, man. He is
yes, bro.
hilarious, bro.
Like bro, if y'all go to YouTube, bro, and y'all watch Booker T funny moments as a commentator, this dude
He
told
the
Michael
GOAT.
Cole on a random episode of SmackDown. This is like when Michael Cole was at, I think he started to turn heel or something like that. This is when he first started tapping into that side.
Hmm.
This dude told Michael Cole, he said, Cole, you know I had a dream that you died. Just randomly, I'm like, gang, what are you talking about,
That's
bro?
down with Booker T.
Booker T crazy, man. Shout out to Booker T, man.
No, for real, bro.
Mm. This next one, not gonna spend too much time. It shouldn't be this much time, but I do want to clown a little bit. So this ECW title, Chavo and Kane, was disappointing. Let me speak on this. This match was a one because Chavo, of course, he was the heel. He didn't get much of a reaction. Kane was too lazy to walk down the aisle, so he showed up through the crowd behind Chavo. Ref rang it. Next thing you know, choke slam, boom, Kane won in 8 seconds. Corny, corny, corny. So the ECW brand has been a joke around this time,
You know,
and didn't even last another year, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, it almost reminded me of that one win, King Kong Bundy, but that was at least 23 seconds. But here's the best part, though. At least Styles and Taz had a good seat for it, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's all I can really say about
yeah.
that.
look, to be honest, man, it's just like one. Watching it back, I low key felt like it was kind of extremely disrespectful to Chavo. Chavo been in the WWE for a little bit, and to have him on WrestleMania as a title holder lose his title in a matter of like what 3 seconds, 4 or 5. If I was Chavo, I would not like that at all. I would feel like that's
Mhm.
disrespectful. My thing is though, that you can kind of show like that match right there kind of show like ECW's downfall because how do you on like the biggest your biggest match probably on that pay-per-view because once again ECW only had like I think 2 matches in
Mhm.
general on that card. One of those matches for the ECW championship, you have no problem letting that run for just like 5 seconds. Like at that
Yes.
point, like what was the point? Like like it could have been an interesting match. It could have still been like a dominating win for Kane, but like you could have stretched it out a little bit longer. It was just a very, very like useless.
Pause. Pause.
Yes, boss. But it was a very, very useless match. I see JoJo.
Got a little wild, wasn't it, JoJo? That
Man,
was
man,
Which all in all, useless match. It didn't need to be on the card.
yeah.
man.
That
Bro, the thing with this, bro, Chavo is a Guerrero, bro. I'm not saying he's the wrestler like Eddie is, bro, but like that's a slap in the face to the Guerrero's name, bro.
that's what I was gonna
Like,
say.
dude.
That's you a
Keep in mind though,
Guerrero.
like, you just got to keep in mind, bro. This dude is a world champion for his brand, bro. He losing 8 seconds, bro. Man, I'm giving this a zero, bro. Like I can't, bro. The only good thing about this was Kane theme song, because Kane theme song was hard, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
it
about
was.
that.
Pause. But that's the only thing about it, bro. Like Jay Will said, they could have stretched it out. It could have still been a dominant win for Kane, bro. But like, bro, 8 seconds, bro, is crazy. 8 seconds is insane, bro. Like you really had this dude eat a choke slam. Y'all had a battle royal for this. Keep in mind, bro, a battle royal for this on Mania, bro. Just for this dude to lose in 8 seconds, man.
Crazy. Crazy.
I would have just turned in my papers, bro, and just went to the unemployment office. Cause there's no way, gang. No way, gang. 8 seconds is crazy, bro. I'm giving this a zero. But it was good to see Kane as a world champ again, though. But it was like, God, Lee, man.
But looking back to Josiah, that's also around the same time period where Chavo was becoming like a once per month type wrestler who was just kind of like at
Hmm.
the end of the card, who didn't get really much, time on TV at all.
Yeah,
It is crazy that the best part of that match was Kane's intro. I low key forgot how hard his intro theme song was.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I was
Yeah.
like, that's a top five, honestly, of all time. If I had to
I
say that,
think like honestly after this, I think Chavo somewhat became like a tag team with somebody else. I think I wanted, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure.
You said top five theme
top
song?
five theme song. Yeah, that theme song is
Dang,
hard.
bro.
Nah,
It's
top
up there,
top
bro.
three, top
Hey.
three, bro.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you was trying to
Top
say
three,
like,
what?
Kane.
Top three, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Top Kane is like y'all saying, man. That intro was
Bro,
crazy.
you gotta think about Edge theme songs, Metalingus, you gotta think about Triple
And
H
now
theme.
Edge is top five,
Oh,
and
Batista had a really good one.
Triple H is top five. And
Yeah.
then I can't say Randy's. Randy's was Corbett back in the day. Until the voices in my head. I
yeah,
love his theme song, that one.
You to my brain
But
and my
but
light.
yeah, I did not like the one before it. The voices in
yeah. I
my
didn't.
head. I didn't like the one.
What?
I
That
c-
was that was a good one, bro. But I think now, bro,
yeah
like when you look at it now, this is like the perfect time for him to move away from burning my light, if that makes sense. So he was because like when
yeah
he shaved his head, bro,
yeah.
that dude was
Bald
evil, bro.
Randy
Oh my
was
God, bro.
yes.
He was so evil, bro. Like you couldn't do nothing
Hmm.
but respect his game, bro. Cause like I said on the old podcast, if Randy say he's gonna get you or he's gonna hurt you, bro.
He gonna get you.
He's not gonna even do it behind your back, bro. He's gonna let you know he's gonna get you, and he's gonna do it in front of you while you watching. Unlike
Yeah.
Edge.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good. Working on myself.
Okay, man, take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time.
Bro, man.
The disrespect. Little niggas disrespectful these days. So, lucky my boy Jojo. All right. Shout out to JoJo, y'all. He's one of a kind. A disrespectful one of a kind, but he's there. Career threatening match. Like I said, y'all, back in the day, I did shed a tear because, like I said, I ordered this pay-per-view and saw it. I think this was one of the reasons why I ordered the pay-per-view. But we all knew the outcome. It was rumors, and I think this was like the Twitter days to where
Yeah,
he kind of was putting it out there that he was done. So that's why everybody was like, Michael's got it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
but
done.
yeah, he was done. But I think it was funny that Charles Robinson, who they referred to over the years as Little Nature Boy,
Yes.
does the referee in this match. So I don't know. Y'all take it away. I'm gonna get my
Like it was
thoughts on
kind
it.
of, I think it was kind of like full circle, to be honest. I feel like I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if like Ric Flair literally like picked him to referee that match because of
Yeah.
how, you know, honestly, I thought the match, because I couldn't remember how Ric Flair was in '08. I'm gonna be honest with you, but
Hmm.
he actually wrestled better than I thought he would. Just because
Hmm.
he was coming into the ring, he was already looking old. He had the weird shaped stomach. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be like a quick, 5 maybe 10 minute match. They're gonna make him give him certain moments, but he was wrestling like, Ric Flair's
yeah.
always like a technical type of wrestler. But when Shawn Michaels like did that flip outside the ring and hit the commentators table,
Ooh, yeah.
I thought he broke his rib for
Man,
sure. Like, oh
Jim Ross sold it so perfectly too, bro. He
Yeah,
was
he
like,
did.
my
My
God,
God.
Shawn Michaels broke the table. Bro, he sold it so perfectly, bro.
If
I
you
think
ever need somebody to sell the match, Jim Ross is your man. I
Yes,
promise you.
but I'm
yes.
like, honestly, this was a pretty good match. I gave this one an 8. I
Yeah.
think the only thing I didn't like about it was that even though I think Shawn Michaels is potentially the best all time when it comes to like selling moves, some of them, a few of them, I could kind of tell they were just like obvious flops,
Yeah.
if that
Mhm.
makes sense, And
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't really enjoy that because I felt like for a second I was like, "Are you trying to mock Ric Flair his like retirement?" I was like, "What's going on?" But I think it was just because that's just kind of how Shawn Michael works sometimes.
Mhm.
So that's the
Yeah.
only like con I have against him. But it was a really, really great match, and it was so heartbreaking to see Rick, see that clip again of Shawn Michaels doing a little "I'm sorry," and then this big
Mhm.
Jimmy. I was like, dang
Yeah.
man, that was, and then seeing like his kids, Ric Flair's kids cry. afterwards and all that. That was tough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm
Yeah.
not even from the Ric Flair era, so
Yeah.
that was tough, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an A too, bro. Like you said, like this is like all around for Ric Flair's like in his 60s, I think. This is like an all around good match, bro. And
Yeah.
it's like his final match, like he didn't pop up on TNA like
I
a
know,
couple
right?
months later.
Hmm.
But I thought it was a good match, bro, especially for it to be the end of his so-called career. Like he put on a banger of a match at 60 with Shawn Michaels, bro. This is why when people ask me who I think is the best in-ring talent ever is in WWE, it's Shawn Michaels, bro. Like they don't call him Mr. WrestleMania for no reason. They don't
Right.
call him the showstopper for no reason. Like this dude, like you look at his WrestleMania catalog, this man's put on nothing but five-star clinics, man. And don't even let me start talking about the matches between him and Taker. You got him and
Mm.
Taker. You got him and Brett. You got him and Kurt Angle. You got him versus Triple H versus the unknown person that I'm not gonna mention. You got him versus
No,
Watson.
mention that person.
Oh, we good. We good. We ain't gotta
Go
do it.
ahead. No, no, no. Be
No,
professional.
we ain't gotta do it. We ain't gotta do it.
Who? I forgot. Who was that person?
Yeah, I forgot
Uh,
too.
I don't know. I think he's from Canada.
Oh, that top five wrestler of all time. Oh, Edge. Okay, bet.
Oh,
Oh no no no
Yeah,
no no no
that's a
no.
discussion for a different time because
Oh
I
no.
no
yeah.
But yeah,
So,
but like
I'll stop.
Shawn, bro, like Shawn was not putting on like stink fest is like that, bro. Like,
right.
and it shows why he's called the showstopper. That dude was
Hmm.
all around a great talent, man. So I'm
It
giving this an
was.
A too.
I'm gonna definitely give it a 9 because two great in-ring performers. Uh, like I said, Sean learned pretty much everything from Rick. The chop fest was the best. Both of them, both of them was there. It's like Jay Will said, some of these moves was a little floppy in my case. Some of them sweet chin musics was like, I was like, all right, that was weak. That was weak. But even the one where he said, I'm sorry, I love you, that one was a little weak too. I think the first sweet chin music was actually legit when he kicked out of. I was like, that one you could have bought that one. But these next two was like, all right. But overall, man, I'm gonna give it a 9 because it was my
Yeah,
guy's last match. A perfect match, especially for the WrestleMania brand. I know a lot of people call this the best match of the show. I think it was like up there. It wasn't the best, but it was up there though. Like you said, I think this time he was 59, trying to make
yeah.
that comeback. And so, yeah, it was
Can't forget
well,
too either. You can't forget too either, man. Like Charlotte, yo, young Charlotte was in front row, and
yeah,
like,
Charlotte
who would have
was.
thought? Who would have thought that his daughter would be in the business and she'll go down as the young
Exactly.
as like one of the greatest to ever do it in the
Hmm.
women's division, bro. It's kind of crazy, man, to see what
Yeah,
she's done in the business. She's a 14-time world champ, like absolutely one of the goats of this
mm,
generation. Probably if you made a case to say she is the greatest women's wrestler ever, I mean, I can't even be against it, bro, because it's hard to discredit what she's done in this business, man. Like, yeah, man,
yeah,
you got let's give the flowers to Charlotte too while we here too, man.
Yeah. Also, just to speak on the match. Also, I hate when WWE do these like quote unquote retirement matches because if we be
yeah,
honest, I don't think Ric Flair retired in the ring until like 2019.
yeah.
He was
2019.
still like, he wasn't like
Exactly.
wrestling, but he was still like around, like I even think like afterwards, like on WWE, he had like a few like Chris Jericho or something like that, where he didn't really wrestle, but he got like people to wrestle on behalf of him. But I thought that was just kind of I always hate those type of matches. So I remember like CM
Yeah.
Punk and Jeff Hardy. You
Yeah,
remember that match Josiah had the retirement match? And then like 4 years later, oh, here comes Jeff Hardy. He's back in the business. I'm like, oh,
man, bro, that storyline was so good, man. This man literally called Jeff Hardy a crackhead, man, on
That's
live TV. I was
crazy.
like,
that's what made
bro.
me hate CM Punk when he beat Jeff Hardy that day because I was like, dang.
CM Punk was such a menace to society, bro. It's not even funny, bro. This dude said, "Hey Jeff." No, it was Samoa Joe. This was like when Jeff came back to the company. He told Jeff, like, "Do me a favor, pretend like this is an AA meeting and shut your mouth while I'm talking." I was like, oh my God. And then Sheamus, bro, during the pandemic era, bro, this man said, "Look, look, Jeff, I just peed in the cup." my drug test gonna come back clean. What about you? And he threw the piss and jumped through the piss in Sheamus' face, bro. That was funny, bro. I was like, bro, like they
There was
real deal
some.
used to violate Jeff. Golly.
They took his personal addiction to a whole nother extreme level.
Cool.
Yeah,
I got a question for you, man.
yeah.
Cool.
I got a question for you.
Which one?
Oh, cool. My fault.
Oh, I was about to
Like
say.
looking at Ric Flair's like history, because you
Mhm.
probably seen him, obviously probably seen him a lot more than we have.
Yeah.
Where would you like rank him all time? Like if you could have to put him like in the top, you know, ish list.
This is not a ranking episode.
We need to do one.
You can't put me on spot like that, Jay. Will.
I was making thinking
Um,
top five to Edge. I was like, yeah, you crazy. But you know,
you said what happened?
I said because when you said Edge was top five, I was like, oh, you
He
crazy. Oh,
he is, and I'm not just saying that to get under somebody's skin, but he is. So
I don't even think he's top 10 with us. That's
Top
crazy.
five and what?
all time.
All
Being
time and what?
being rated R, I guess.
You
So.
you you know you know.
Nah, no, I don't. He ain't my I can't, man. I'm sorry. I can't do it, bro.
I know. I'm just messing with you, bro. Ric Flair in my book, Jay Will. If you count everything like flashing, titles, in-ring performance, Ric Flair to go. Top two, my opinion, top two.
That's not a bad. That's not ridiculous, man.
I'm gonna
It's
say
not
top two
ridiculous.
because I mean you gotta remember too, Jay. Well, when I was watching wrestling, he really wasn't around. I started watching wrestling like '96, but my pops had old tapes of him. He's
Mm.
my now. If you ask my dad, he'll say number one all time. It depends on who you ask, and like I tell people all the time with basketball, football, even like wrestling, music, all of this stuff. It depends on who you ask,
Yeah.
the age of the person, this and that. Me, I've seen enough tape to be like, this guy's flashy. He's like two. I'm gonna say two. And at one point, I would have said three, but like you said,
I can see it.
to throw all of that in there, what I just said, I gotta say two.
Mhm.
And that's not ridiculous too, bro. Because it's like
Yeah.
it's so much great talent that has stepped foot in WWE. Like
Hmm.
for me, bro, like I actually got like people call me crazy for like having a Rock like top three, top four. I'm like, bro, like I understand what y'all saying, but you gotta look at this, bro. Rock debuted in '96, bro.
Hmm.
A full 8 full-time year run, bro. He had a full for the full time that he was in WWE, it was 8 years, man. That man peak is undeniable, bro. You can't
Exactly.
can't argue with it. He's really the first guy to like break into Hollywood to actually do box office records, come back
Hmm.
and win world titles, man. He's up there, bro. Like you got
He's
guys like Cena, Michaels, Austin 316, you got Rock. Undertaker, Flair, like those guys, bro. I think those are the only guys, in my opinion. I'm not gonna put Hogan in there because, man, you already know how I feel about that nigga, bro. But those guys right there, and bro, you gotta get, bro. I think those really the only guys that deserve to be in the GOAT conversation. I guess you can put Hogan in there. I guess he ain't in mine, but
no.
This is I ain't gonna lie, this is a conversation we definitely gotta have on another episode.
yeah.
Oh, that show gonna be so intense. So
Hey, it could be
I'm gonna need y'all full undivided attention. So that
Oh
show
yeah.
could go hours, pause. But yeah, that's definitely something to
Man,
conversate about.
you finna bring back the old lunch table talks from me and John when we was in high school, man.
I was just about to tell y'all I'm gonna have to bring my brother Nick up in here too, because he gonna have some words for y'all, especially
Oh,
like what you just said about The Rock. He got
mhm.
shit that my brother is the biggest Rock fan I've ever seen. He always would do the eyebrows. His
Yeah,
first tattoo was the Brahma Bull. I ain't gonna lie, my brother Nick, he gonna be like, nah, man,
tattoo.
The Rock is this, he's that. Man, he's a serious Rock fan, like for real.
First tattoo being that is crazy, man.
man, cool.
Because we both Tauruses, Jay Will. So he was born April 88. I was born April 89. So we both Tauruses. That's why he was like he got the Taurus bull. So
Man, it's gonna be like Shannon Sharp versus Stephen A. Smith up in here, man. And me and Jay Will gonna be going at it, bro.
you and Jay Will gonna go at
Man, don't basketball take some wheels and lunch, bro. Like he
bro.
used to like Will. He used to be like, man, Kobe ain't top five. I'm like, how is Kobe not top five? You're bugging. You're
Who's
bugging out. Like we used to
who
have
said he ain't top five?
I
Jay
thought this
Will.
was a WWE show, man. What happened, man?
Oh no, I'm just using that as an example.
We gotta talk later, Jay. You might not have a job here no more if I even think that you said that. No, I'm just playing. All right, this was another highlight of the show for me. The Playboy Bunny. Remember you? Somebody got mad at me that I watched it a few times, but
Oh man.
I don't care.
Oh, let me kick this one off. Let me
Go
kick
ahead.
this one off.
Sorry.
Before we actually start talking about this, I do want to give my condolences out to Ashley because
Hmm.
it was so unfortunate. Like yeah, she unalived herself unfortunately.
That
Like
was
that's
heartbreaking.
it was, man. Like that's why people
Hmm.
cause like I like this gonna be like really a few of the rarest times I'm gonna be vulnerable on the show because it's like you gotta take mental health serious, man. Mental health is not
Yes.
a joke. I done seen people on social media platforms making fun, making jokes about like men's mental health, women's bro. It's not a joke, bro. Mental health is serious, man. You need to check up on your loved ones because you don't know what they might be going through, man. All it takes is one phone call, one pop-up checkup, all that,
Hmm.
man. You could actually save that person's life. Um, I really want to give my well wishes to her daughter. Losing a mother in general is tough, especially any age, honestly. But yeah, I really think I really like Ashley as a character. I really like her in-ring ability because she was really athletic. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I gotta give my condolences out to her, bro. It was very heartbreaking.
Yeah. That was, and I think 6 years later, it still hits crazy.
Yeah,
Just for her to like, I think it would have been 10 days before her birthday, because I think her birthday was like the 26th or something.
yeah,
Mhm.
And, fellow New Yorker, I loved Ashley to death, man. I really thought she could have had like a really promising future in this. And when I
yeah.
first heard it, I didn't believe it. I was like, nah. I was like, nah, couldn't be, you know, because we, yeah, she was, I don't like talk about that. That it still kind of hurt this day. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, and it was like
That was
when this
crazy.
happened, bro,
Yeah.
because you know how they spread like false rumors on Twitter, like she passed and stuff. And I
Yeah,
just
I didn't
and I
like
just
that.
seen like Fox posted, I seen TMZ posted it,
Yeah,
Bleacher, bro. Like, bro, it's no way, bro. And it's so
yeah.
heartbreaking. Like I said, it's so heartbreaking, bro. Because mental health is not a joke, man.
It's
Like
not. And
to
even
everybody that's
like, okay, I'm sorry.
like, so to everybody that's gonna watch this podcast, bro, if you
Yeah,
going through something, bro, or you got somebody else that's going through something, man, you can DM me on IG, man. I'll talk to you, bro, because I know how
right.
it's like to be at the lowest of the low, man. I actually do. Or you can just reach out to somebody, man. It's
Hmm.
it's nothing wrong with asking for help, bro.
Yeah,
Just know, bro, like we're all here, bro. You can DM us, bro. We can talk to you guys, bro.
yeah,
Just say that we're here for y'all, man. If you need anything.
yeah. This is what we do, man. Especially me. I could talk to anybody. You just let me
Yeah.
know. But even like watching this match, um, if all due respect, y'all, I'm not gonna give it a rating because even like it brought a little memory back, like
Yeah.
watching them stuff. It was cool. I love Snoop, but just seeing Ashley, like, you know,
Yeah.
it,
It was her
it,
last mania too, bro. So that's what
yeah,
it.
that's that kind of like I was like, I don't want to even rate it to be
I
honest with y'all.
can't, bro. And it's like, bro, like I respect those women so much, bro.
Hmm.
Like, 'cause they were used as sets can't like
Yeah,
sets appeals, bro. And it was like after the match, bro, they had Maria kissing Snoop Dogg. Like, come on, gang. Like, come on, gang.
yeah,
It was
I
so
will.
weird, bro. And it's like you fetishizing these women, bro. Like. And
hmm,
I was gonna come on here and say like, bro, I don't even want to rate it, bro. Cause
nah,
like I respect these women so much, bro. Like I can't do it, bro. Like Melina, Beth, Ashley, God rest her soul,
yeah,
Maria, man, all the women that was in there, bro, man. bro, my heart goes out to y'all, bro. Like y'all got all the flowers for me, bro. Like I don't like when people try to call these women trash, bro. I mean, yeah, you can like if you criticizing the in-ring work, yeah, I mean I understand it, bro. But like
Yeah,
what they did for this business, bro, I can't discredit them, bro, because they came a
yeah.
long way in this business, bro. They went from this to Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair being the
Hmm.
first black women to main event a WrestleMania, bro. Like you see how far we came, bro. Like
Right.
and there's some sickos on the internet that want to go back to like them bras and panties mesh. I'm like, gang, go get a girlfriend, bro. Go get something, bro.
Some, yeah.
Cause like you niggas are weird, bro. You keep wanting that, bro. Like nobody wants that, gang. Only you, bro. Like stop being a hornball, bro. And it's, bro, like I don't understand, like why would you want to take a step back in the women's division instead of going forward, man? Like
Hmm.
I said, we just had two black queens main event in the Mania, bro. To
Yeah.
like, oh, we need to bring back brawl and panty matches. Like, gang, come on, bro. So, out of respect to Ashley's family, bro, I don't want to rate this, man. I just
Yeah.
want to give my flowers to these women.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I will say, I think one of the best things Triple H ever did under his company was introduce the new age of women's wrestling because we used to go from
Hmm.
like Jojo said, those type of matches to like the 2, 3 minute matches, like the kind of filler matches to now they're actually playing a big role within the organization of WWE. Because like I would have never guessed, like 10 years ago that we would have women, like representing WrestleMania like as the headline. Like I would
Yeah.
have imagine that at all. And I feel like I am happy that WWE is kind of starting to, show off more so of their talents just rather than, like their bodies and, try to sexualize them and things like that. So I will give my props to WWE for at least, trying to move past that era of women's wrestling because I feel like we missed out on a lot of good wrestlers from women in the 2000s just because of WWE do that. Like Melina, peak Mickey James. Like if they were to like been in this era instead, I feel like their talents would have been on much more display. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. I don't really want to rate it just because, like you
Yeah.
said, that the Ashley situation is just I don't want to talked about her in this form. I'd rather talk about like her in-ring ability rather than,
Yeah.
type
I
of
agree.
so
Man, I do want to mention China too, bro. I want to give my condolences out to China too, bro. Like, and
Hmm.
it's kind of sad, like she hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame by herself. Like like when you talk about paving the way or the pioneer, bro, you got to talk about China, man. China was fighting men on Monday Night Raw and pay-per-views, man. She even
Yes.
held the men's IC title, bro. I mean, she was getting her ass whooped by Stone Cold and Rock. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But like it takes courage to step in the ring with a man.
Mhm.
It's a good 250 and 60 pounds, bro, and never backing down, bro. So my condolences and my flowers go out to China and her family and friends. Yeah, man, it's just, bro, it's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's just
Yes.
something like, and it's kind of sad to like to look at this, bro, because like I'm not gonna lie, like as a kid, bro, I used to enjoy this, bro. But like as I gotten older, bro, I was like, man, like what were they doing with these women, bro? Like that's all they was used for, bro. And it was so sick, bro. Like Lita, bro. Lita probably would have still been in this company, bro. If they didn't do that celebration with Edge on live TV, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I think that was pretty embarrassing, bro. For
Yeah.
not only Lita, bro, for just Edge as well, bro. Because you can tell like they wasn't very comfortable with that, and you had them go out on national TV doing this in front of children, by the way. You had them go out there and do that, man. Like I get the edgy product. I get that. Like I 100% get that. But you can be edgy without doing that on live TV, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just a tough pill to swallow, bro, with stuff like this, man.
I agree with you. And like you said, with Sasha Banks and who else you say?
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair, man. But we had the talent, but like you said before, they was just used as sex symbols. Like we
Right.
missed out on so many opportunities. I feel like Naomi was a big miss out. Jacqueline from back in the day, I know that's before your time. She could
Oh,
have been.
I already
She
know who
she was
wins that
way
too.
athletic, and people gonna disagree with this, but I'm hot take more. Alicia Fox was so
I was
athletic. They
just about
Oh
to
used
my,
they used
thank
her
you, bro.
so they used her. They really misused her badly.
And it's crazy because she was a part of WWE for like a good like 17 years
She
too.
was, man. 'Cause
And she was,
this actually the year she popped up, bro.
Yeah, she
hmm.
could. I was like, y'all really telling me that y'all just using her for this, Matt? Like, come
And I
on
think she was like
now.
the only black woman in WWE at the time period when it
At
came to
one
women's
point,
Hmm.
wrestling.
yeah.
She
And it's
was.
like too, like, and I hate
I
when I
hate
go on
that.
Twitter, I hate when people like the IWC try to discredit the Bella twins, bro. And
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, it kind of pisses me off, bro, to see them doing that, bro. Like, I'm not saying like I said, like I'm not trying to say that the Bellas were like Kenny Omega or Daniel Bryan or Will Ospreay in the ring, bro. I'm not saying that, bro. But those are two icons of the business, bro. They also help pave the way for the newer generation, the newer
Yeah,
talent in WWE, man. Because like I said, bro, the twin magic switcheroo thing, bro, they was used as eye candy too, bro, which is very like distasteful. Now if you looking at it, bro, yeah, man, like those they need to get those two ladies, bro, their flowers, bro. Like
yeah.
those two ladies, AJ Lee, Naomi, Natalia is another name. Victoria, Molly Holly, Kelly, Maria, Eve, Caitlin. You know, you need to give all these people with all these women that before the time now were like the Stephanie Valkyrie, the Oscar, Io, Bianca. You need to give all these women their flowers, man, because they went
Yeah.
through hell to like not even getting booked on certain cards to like you having 2, 3 matches of women, bro, with world titles on the line where you can actually see their in-ring talent being
Hmm.
showcased, man. Man, all my props go out to these ladies, man, for real.
Yeah. I feel like if you can put McCool in the Hall of Fame, why can't you put any of them in the Hall of Fame?
Mhm.
Exactly. And I love McCool. That's another name right there, man.
Yeah.
Another name that was his eye candy, bro. And then like she got on, I think once she started like doing her thing in the in-ring, that's when we started actually seeing her talent, man. You gotta give McCool got my flowers too, man.
Yeah.
All of them.
Mhm.
Man, so many good names.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on. The triple threat match, Orton, Cena, and Triple H. What do y'all think?
Man, a 9. I loved
Nine.
everything about I'm gonna give this a 10 because I love everything about this match.
Mhm.
John Cena marching band entrance. I loved it. Triple H theme gonna always hit.
Oh
And
yeah.
then this is where we are starting to get like the peak Randy Orton. Peak Randy Orton really starting to like tap into that evil and sadistic side, man. This
Yeah.
dude pulled John Cena dad over the front row railing. Bro, keep in mind this happened like an hour away from my house, bro. Punt this nigga in the head, bro. He handcuffed John Cena, just started whooping his dad, bro. This
Mhm.
man, and like we, not even to mention like years later down the line, he almost set Cena on fire with fireworks. He RKO Shane and Vince, punt both of these dudes in the head. He DDT Stephanie in front of Triple H while he's handcuffed. He kissed Stephanie on the lips, bro. Like, what hasn't this man done, bro? Like, bro, as a kid, bro, I'm like, Randy, I really mess with you, bro, but you need to go to prison, game, because like you can't be getting away with this, bro. Like the stuff this dude was doing, bro, was absolutely insane, bro. But like watching this match, bro, this brings so many memories and so much nostalgia, bro. You seeing like arguably three of the biggest stars in the company in the ring together. You got Randy, Cena, Triple H. That double DDT spot was dope.
Mhm.
I like when Triple H pedigree Cena. One, two, Randy just come out of middle of nowhere, just punt this nigga in the head. Pin
Mhm.
Cena one, bro. That was cold, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was cold. Yeah, man, I'm getting this 10, bro. I love this match, bro. But I really wanted to see like a Randy versus Cena at a Mania, a 1v1, because it's something we never had. Like we
Yeah.
always seen them on like on Backlash, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell,
But
bragging
not a
rights.
WrestleMania though.
We
Yeah.
never seen them actually 1-on-1 in a WrestleMania ring, man. So that could have been something different.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like to me watching this match, bro, it was just so nostalgic. It was like, dang, this is some good time periods, But I
Yeah.
think this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to get this one a 9. I feel like when it comes to triple threat matches in general, I feel like when it comes to like WWE doing these type of matches, these are the hardest matches I feel like you have to pull off because since there's an odd, number of people in the ring at the same time period, they have to know how to work well together. And I feel like these three wrestlers, they did it perfectly. And these are, I think, '09. I won't call them vets, but at least for Randy Orton and John Cena, they were kind of starting to hit that little peak. While Triple H was obviously kind of like a seasoned veteran by then, but he was still like,
Yeah.
wrestling just as good as any all the other ones. So I have to get this one a 9. I don't really have any cons, honestly, with this match. I feel like it was perfect. Jojo, you kind of said what I wanted to say. I think the only thing, the main thing that stuck out to me though was the entrances. I feel like John's, and anytime I hear Triple H's theme song, it's just like he comes out with the bottled water and
Yeah.
does a little in the air. For some reason that's tough to me.
Man, I
Um,
tried to do Triple H entries as a kid, damn near killed myself, man. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Man, that water went right in my nose, man. Man, never again, bro.
they said
Never
don't try this
again.
at home. You tried it at home.
Bro, look,
Wow.
when WWE said don't try this at home, bro, guess what I did?
You
I
tried it at
tried it
home.
at home. Come on, bro. Come on. But I do want to point out John Cena using the HBCU band too for his entrance
Yeah,
theme.
dope.
Yeah, man.
Well, I wonder what HBC that was. I didn't pay attention.
Florida Atlantic.
Or
I
for
think that
the AM.
FAMU. I just know they're called Florida Atlantic something, but their abbreviations are FAMU.
The colors was like dark green, so that was family.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
Yeah. My honest opinion on it, y'all, I'm gonna give it a 8. Good match, not great. The story of Orton taking advantage of the situation was a good finish to me. There was some booking issues though, like that I had with it. As I mentioned a few years ago, the rope breaks, something that shouldn't have mattered as much as they did. It was also, like I said, no disqualification, so why not utilize weapons more than what they did?
yeah,
The match could have been like much more, in my opinion, but the effort for all three of them, great. The chemistry, great, but could have done a little more, especially with no disqualification. But like I said, Orton taking that advantage, and like I was talking to JoJo earlier, and you before we got on camera, if Triple H was just more focused on Cena, that's probably why he didn't win. And I felt like, he kind of like cried his way into this match.
Mm.
Because like JoJo said, I would have been more interested in seeing the Cena Orton, that storyline could have kept going and going and going. So definitely. But like I said, I people rank it as one of the top triple threat matches of history.
yeah.
So, I guess they did something right. So
The
Man,
thing
it's
with John Cena to me, like I don't think there's a lot of bad thing to take away from his career. I feel like the
yeah,
main thing for him though is how he's booked at WrestleMania. I feel like there's a lot of matches that could have been booked differently. Like we never got the Cena versus Orton. We never
yeah,
got Prime Cena versus Prime Taker. Instead, we got like the him versus I think Goldberg. He played Undertaker like when they were both kind of old and washed.
yeah,
Like the Miz WrestleMania, that's to me still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's just so many matchups he's had at WrestleMania where it's like
yeah.
it could have been played a
yeah,
little bit differently, in my opinion.
Mm.
Especially if you're trying to make him like the face of the brand, you could have done a little bit, could have booked him a little bit
yeah.
better.
And it's like with this, bro. Like thinking about it now, bro. We haven't seen John Cena versus Ray in the Mania ring. We never seen God rest his soul. We never seen Eddie Guerrero versus John Cena in the WrestleMania ring. We got Shawn Michaels and John, bro. I mean, we can say that. Bro, I really think that Taker and Cena match, bro, that was a slap in the face of both of them, bro.
Right.
Honestly, because that was like, and this was like when I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with WWE as well, bro. Because like when I seen that, bro, and then I wasn't even just mad for Cena, I was mad for Taker, bro. This actually pissed me off, bro, because like, dude, you been hyping this up for like the last past month. Cena been wanting to fight Undertaker at Mania, bro. All for
Mhm.
this for Cena to get squashed, man. Bro, this dude is arguably the greatest wrestler in WWE history. And you have him lose in 2 minutes, bro. Then not even on top of that, bro. Like you got matches like love Austin Theory, love it. But come on, man, that match, bro. It was just I don't know, bro. It's just certain matches they could have did different, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just think like the booking issue, I don't. It's weird to say this, bro, because like I said, he's a 17-time world champ,
Mhm.
arguably the greatest ever. But it's just like certain stuff I wish we could have got on Mania, bro. We never got. So that's like my only complaint about Cena WrestleMania run. Don't even get me started about the Miz and Cena thing. Love Miz, absolutely do.
Yeah.
Shout out flowers to him as well, bro. But that Mania match, bro, that main event was something else, bro. It was something else. But at least out of that, bro, we did get a John Cena versus Rock rivalry for like 2 years. So I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
That's about it. And man, I mean, Brock Lesnar came back and just started whooping this dude. Like, hated that nigga growing up too, bro. I'm sorry.
Damn, nigga. Yeah, everybody.
Pretty much. If you was the oppa John Cena, bro, except for Randy, bro, I didn't really rock with you like that. I ain't gonna lie.
So
That's
that's Edge.
diabolical.
I mean, I like Triple H too, bro. Triple H was cool.
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
time to play the game, man. Come on.
he was cool.
It
Nigga
was cool, bro.
hated John Cena guts, but he was cool. Okay.
Bro, because it was respectable, bro. It wasn't
Hands up,
like
don't shoot, don't shoot, don't
like
shoot, don't
no,
shoot,
no,
don't
no, no,
shoot.
no, no. It wasn't like he wasn't gonna do it behind Cena back, bro. He's just like Randy. If they said they was gonna do something to somebody, they did it. And y'all know I'm not lying, bro. Y'all know, especially with Triple H, bro, because Triple H was just as evil as Randy at one point, bro.
Okay, well, cause didn't he break into
Yeah, I
Randy's?
was about to say, bro,
Yeah,
you talking about Randy need to go to jail. Triple H did a whole criminal
look,
charge on TV.
bro, that's respectable though. You gotta respect it because he said he was gonna get Randy back. He
That's
did he
fine.
not say it? He
Yeah, but
said it.
attempted murder? I don't know, man.
Look,
I know,
it's
right?
fair game, bro. Fair game.
Had a damn sledgehammer too. Like, come on.
Bro, this dude kicked the door down like it was nothing. I'm like, golly. I'm like, bro, I was like, Dad, this real? This real?
Randy better than me. I would have grabbed the pistol because he ain't even do
Man, yeah,
it.
you ain't
This
coming up in
man
my
think he
house, bro.
this man think he Brian Pillman.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good segment right there too. Brian Pillman. Well, when Stone Cold Steve Austin broke into Brian Pillman house, he
Mm.
shot the pistol and robbing out there.
Stone Cold need to be arrested too because he's been attacking people at hospitals and grocery stores. And I don't know about that.
Churches, bingo halls, everywhere. Bro, man, a
That's funny.
rattlesnake, man. And it's kind of crazy too, like thinking about it now, bro. Imagine if he never broke his neck, bro.
Oh man.
Just imagine, bro. We actually would have got a John Cena versus Austin match down the line somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
this, so at this top point in time period, this is kind of like where Randy Orton like really started to like peak in his career. What you say? Because this is kind of like when he left legacy behind a little bit. You know,
Now, I think this is before
This was
Legacy.
before Legacy.
Yeah,
Because
because
this,
this
you
was
gotta
like,
remember, Jay Will, this was before the
oh,
sleeves.
this was
The
08.
yeah,
sleeves.
Yeah,
Yeah, he only had them few tattoos. This was like before bald sleeve Randy. So,
yeah.
yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Randy needed to win this match because it solidified him as like his legacy for real.
as
And
that
then
guy.
he had a great run after this. So most definitely shout
Yeah.
out to Randy for this
And it
match.
was like with this, bro, like people were like, well, they're still building Raw behind John Cena. No, they weren't.
Hmm.
Bro, like if you go back and watch that Rumble, like on the way to WrestleMania 25, bro, that
Yeah.
whole Rumble was like built around Randy Orton, bro. Like
Hmm.
Randy Orton was the guy at the time, bro, and he didn't fail. Only thing about Randy, bro, is I wish he won at Mania 25. I really think that would have made him like, yeah, bro, yeah, this nigga, he really liked it, bro. Bro, I'm just saying, bro. I really think he should have won at Mania 25. It made sense, bro. Like this dude was diabolical, bro. Like my thing is, bro, you have Batista come back, bro, with Triple H, and you lose to Randy Orton at Backlash. Like, bro, that's what I'm not understanding, bro. That's what I'm not understanding, gang.
Yeah, that backlash was kind of,
Yeah, it was something else, man.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
like,
because John Cena lost that match, bro. He got threw into some fireworks. Nigga, I crashed out, bro. It's always, hold on, bro. It's always this nigga right here, Big Show, bro. That's why Floyd put them hands on him, bro. This nigga right here, Big Show, man. I couldn't stand him growing up either, bro. Because this dude's always turned on somebody. And don't even let me bring up the 2014-15 Survivor Series match, bro. He stabbed my guy John Cena in the back. Thank God for Dolph Ziggler, bro. Because Dolph Ziggler clutched it up, bro. Because this nigga right here ain't no good, man. But trusting Big Show is like trusting a pit bull around a 5-month old baby, bro. You can't do it, bro. You can't do it, gang.
hmm? Wait,
You
what?
can't, you
Shut up.
can't do it, bro. You can't trust them, bro.
A pit bull around a 5-month-old baby?
Yes, you can't trust them.
Dogs are protectors of kids, right?
But now pit bull though, man, lay
But
them
it's
in.
the
I
misbreed though, not
I
the
was
Mm.
about
pure
to say
breed.
I got
I
mixed
love my
breed
pit
pit.
bulls, man.
I got my mixed breed pit, and she was great around the kid.
Man,
She was a protector. She did not play around. I don't know. I thought you was gonna say like a snake or something. Like,
no, bro, because like they like to give like pit bull and bully breeds bad names on the news. So I
nah,
just
it
make
depends on, like I tell people over the years, it depends on
yeah,
how
it
you
depends how they're
raise them,
raised.
how
Like you
you
can't like
raise them.
yeah, you can't like breed like when you get a dog like that, you just can't breed with any and everything,
Hmm.
bro. So because
Like
that
I
can mess up
said,
like
me and this heifer, I knock her out, do this and that, and we still love each other moments later. So, hey, like you said, you fuck up, I'm getting you. So it's all good.
yeah, man, this match was like, bro, like this was like really that like the beginning of Randy.
Yeah.
Truly, like I really want to say it really started when John Cena got injured and he was off the
Mhm.
shelf
Yeah.
for a minute. And then this was like when Chris Jericho, bro, like when I tell you Randy was putting everybody down when Cena was on the show, bro, he was
Hmm.
putting everybody down, bro. And I want to mention this too, like at No Way Out, Cena and Randy had a 1v1 match. Randy got DQ, right? They
Hmm.
start the match again. This dude looked at the ref and just slapped the ref for no apparent reason and
Hmm.
retained the title. I'm like, gang, this dude is not serious, bro. Bro, and he was like, John Cena was like, bro, what you doing, bro? And he started laughing. That's what made Randy diabolical because he didn't care, bro. This dude did everything he did to have home court advantage, bro. So yeah, man, gotta clap it up for Randy, bro, because that dude is great, man. Great.
Speaking of Big Show, and and to this day, it's still funny to say Floyd Mayweather versus Big Show. It's still funny as hell to say it to me. Uh, y'all go first on this one. Go ahead.
You know, every year WWE always has that like one weird match. Like when we had the I Show Speed moment, when we had the Jerry the King Lawler versus Michael Cole, just
Oh,
the
brother.
random matches that
Hmm.
know. This was like one of those matches to me. I didn't really care for it. I thought it was more so just like funny, if anything. I guess it was just like mainly for like the moments. But to me, it was just like like why? I thought Floyd did great as a WWE like wrestler, like because I didn't know what to expect. Like, could he sell? Like, what was his move capabilities? Even though he really only had those like punches, but
Yeah,
like I thought
exactly.
it was a very funny match. I really didn't take this match too serious. To me, it was
Mm.
like 5.5.
Bro, y'all finna call me crazy, bro. I'm finna get this to 7, bro. It was that entertaining, bro. I loved it, bro. It was entertaining, bro. To see like, bro, this was like the time, like I said, this was like when Bishop first came back from like OVW. Like he first popped, I think he popped up in No Way Out. Floyd jumped the barricade.
Hmm.
Big Show pushed this dude. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When he pushed this dude, bro, this dude flew. Man, Big
He
Show,
did.
bro. Big Show messed up so bad getting on that one knee, bro. Man, Floyd just started piecing him up. He like boop, 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 bro. And he actually broke Big Show nose, and Big Show was like actually heated about it. Cause Floyd's like, bro, they told me to punch you, bro. I didn't know I was supposed to punch you. I wasn't supposed to punch you for real. So it was just like, bro, like tell you, bro, he dog walked Floyd this whole match, bro. He was
Hmm.
tearing Floyd up, bro. Floyd played it, bro. And it's crazy because I thought Big Show was the heel and Floyd was the face, bro. The crowd was booing this nigga, bro, and they was cheering Big Show. Like, what is going on, bro? And it's like, bro, like it was like the entertainment wise is the reason why I was so locked into this match, bro. Because like Big Show, like he was throwing his entourage in, just knocking them out, bro, slapping their chest, bro. That chest slap, bro. And you see why Kofi Kingston chest is caved in now, bro. Bro, that's a big hand, gang. That's a big hand. Bro, and it's just like, bro, it's just the entertainment of it is the reason why you glued to the screen, bro. And it's like, bro, the way Floyd won, bro, was entertaining. I loved it. I really thought Big Show was gonna kill this man in Mania, bro. I really thought he was gonna win this, but Floyd winning with brass knucks, bro, that was a very good finish. I enjoyed it, bro. I was very locked in with that.
Mm.
What you
It
think, Mar?
was it was definitely entertaining in my book. Especially like Jay Will said, they always got the one match that's kind of off brand, and I call it a celebrity match, in my opinion. I felt like they could have worked hard and had an entertaining match, which, like I said, it was some entertaining, but it could have been more entertaining. I think the WWE could have done a better job of coaching Mayweather to either be the face or the heel and stick with it. Because it was kind of, like you said, Jojo, it was kind of hard to tell what he was supposed to do. And I'm pretty sure Show was probably the heel, but it was tough to root for Floyd due to the way he was acting out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I understand, like I said, I love Floyd. Boxing, cool. But WWE, I'm like, damn. What,
I
like,
do want to point out,
and
bro.
then like I'm sorry, my bad, Jojo.
I do want to
Big
point
Big
out,
Show
bro.
was
Like,
like Big no, I'm just saying like Big Show was
oh
like
my bad.
nobody likes you in our locker room. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of the storyline was great. They played the hell out of the storyline. I ain't gonna lie to you, but shout out to both of them. But go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry. My fault.
I do want to point out, bro. This dude's shoe size was an 18E.
AE,
I
yes.
never heard of that, bro. And then, like, why did Floyd had on big old shorts on, bro, in that ring? Like,
Yeah.
come on, gang.
I'm not gonna lie, it was funny to me too because like in boxing, like you usually box from like in your height, weight range. I never
Mm,
realized how extremely how short Floyd was until he got into that ring. I was like, dang, you really you a little
bro,
Yeah.
that dude, bro. I'm still stuck on them shorts, bro. That's what really. I'm like, gang, come on, bro. You couldn't put on no better wrestling tights or something, bro. Them shorts was crazy.
Looked like he was about to go hoop.
Man, like what, bro? This dude look like MC Hammer in the 90s, gang. Like, come on, bro. You could have bro. You got all this money, bro. You wear them baggy tail shorts, bro. His
it's
entrance was fire, though. I ain't gonna lie, his entrance was fire, bro. But like, gang, them shorts, bro, you kind of
Yeah.
killed it, bro.
but
Yeah.
also shout out to Big Show because I feel like he's always put in these certain type situations. Like didn't he play a fight against Shaq in one WrestleMania also?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
That was crazy.
I feel like he don't
bro.
really complain and stuff like that. He just does whatever WWE asks of him.
But you know what? They pay him too. Big Show
Yeah,
got paid a lot of money to do all this stuff. So
bro.
shout out to
I
Big
don't know
Show,
if y'all
man.
remember this, bro. Like, Big Show fought a sumo wrestler at WrestleMania, bro.
I remember.
Yes,
Foolishness.
bro.
That's
Like, if
crazy
you talk
work.
about a WWE soldier, bro, Big Show is a WWE soldier, bro. Like,
He is. He take
bro,
one for the team.
yeah, bro. Like, this dude got doo-doo sprayed on him. He fought a sumo wrestler. He fought Floyd Mayweather, bro. This dude, Big Show, bro. Eddie Guerrero put some laxatives in this dude burrito. This dude crapped himself in the
hmm
ring. This dude got shot with a tranquilizer dart by Kurt Angle on SmackDown, bro. And they shake
And
his head.
and
Like,
Barry,
bro, this dude was a bad soldier.
Boss man actually showed up at his dad's funeral.
That's also
That
wild.
was crazy work,
Bro, and
bro.
took this dude put a rope around this dude casket, bro,
And
and took it
crazy.
off the little gurney thing, bro. Big Show jumped on the casket, bro, and fell out. I'm like,
Mhm.
gang.
That may
Oh
be
my
the most
God.
diabolical thing.
That was the most diabolical scene I ever seen in history,
That,
bro.
and
And to
WWE's
make
done a lot of crazy stuff, but that is
and to make fun of him too, like my daddy's gone. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but to laugh. I was like,
Bro,
that's fucked up.
that's
bro, and what
funny.
really did it, bro? Like when Big Show Pops first passed away, they did like
Yeah,
a little moment of silence thing on Raw. Then thing
boss.
hits, bro. And he basically called Big Show Dad a fat, sorry piece of trash.
That
Like,
was
man, this dude just
crazy.
died, bro. You doing that? Like, come on, bro.
Did
He
his dad
just
like
died.
really die at this time period? Or was that just like a
Yeah,
story?
he
I know
actually really died.
his dad really passed away, but the funeral stuff, Jay Will, I know spoiler alert, that was fake.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
was
know
fake.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
know
was
that.
fake. But his pops really did pass away
yeah,
around that
bro.
time.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
gang, you ain't gonna let the body get cold before you start talking trash, bro. Like,
Ah,
dang, calm down.
that was wild. I was like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
bro.
my pops passed and you talking shit. I'm
Oh,
shooting
nigga, you finna catch
Hey,
this
I ain't
fade,
gonna
bro.
lie, Dodo, you would have had a problem with me for even trying to bring that up. Like, what you
exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, you want to use my and but like I said though, Big Show is soldier man, and for you to be like, you want to use my father's death?
I
Nah,
wonder
bro.
if he brought it up, honestly, though.
I think there was rumors that him and his like mom. I was like, look, sell that. See what that's what I'm saying. Big Show is low key rich off of some of the shit they had him go through, man.
I
But
mean,
hey,
his dad wanted him to do it or something like that. So I mean,
yeah. But
Yeah,
hey,
RP the Big Boss Man too, bro. Oh yeah, flowers go out to him too as well. RP him, man.
man, another one that has
Man,
so much potential. Damn, boss man.
There's a lot of
man, bro, and it just hit
Lot
my
of them.
mind too, bro.
A lot of them, man. So all due respect, Jay Will, JoJo's gonna start this one off.
Oh yeah.
So, one of the
Oh yeah, the
greatest
definition.
matches, one of the greatest matches in WWE history, two of the greatest of all time, Edge and Undertaker. Go ahead, y'all. No, no timeout. No timeout.
Nah, you
No,
getting a
no.
tech gang. That's a
Nah.
tech right there, man. Gotta give you that tech, bro.
Oh, you out of here, man. He gonna kick you off your own show.
Go for it. It's like shitting in the wind. It's not gonna work, but go for it.
All right, bro. All right, all right. Edge and Undertaker, bro. Undertaker and Edge. This dude, this man right here with the blonde hair gave my guy
No, excuse
Undertaker.
me. You speak his name, please.
This guy Edge.
Thank you.
You
That's
see this
all.
guy right here, man, with the
Uh-huh.
tattoo, the
That guy,
blonde hair.
the
He
greatest.
gave
Yeah.
my guy, the dead man, legit hell for all of 2007, leading all the way to Mania, bro. Hated this dude, bro. But when I seen Undertaker choke him out in that Hell's Gate, boy, I got so much joy out of that, bro. This match is getting a 15 off that alone, bro. But seriously, bro, like this match was really hard here, bro.
Man,
Edge,
it
people need to
was.
give Edge his credit as an in-ring performer, bro, because this dude can actually go, bro. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if we actually got like a prime AJ Styles versus a prime Edge, man. That
Yeah.
would have been phenomenal, bro. I mean, we got it like later down the line, but like this is like when Edge was like really started to slow down. But like
Yeah.
the reverses, the near falls, Undertaker tombstone him, bro, and Charles Robinson just booking down the ramp, bro. Like when that man was that man was moving, bro, and he got the two. Edge kicked out the last minute, bro. The near falls was really the reason why I was so locked in with this match. Like everything was good, bro. Edge, like they mentioned, like Undertaker at that point in '07 and '08 could not beat Edge, bro. It didn't matter, bro. He couldn't beat this dude, bro. Bro, when I tell you, it made me mad to see this dude not beat Edge around that time, bro. Because this is
Mm,
like when Edge was like he wasn't like Randy, like Edge was like the sneaky one. He'll get you from behind when you're not expecting it, bro. And it was like that's why I didn't respect him growing up, bro. Like, gang, stand on business, bro. Like stand on business, bro. But like Edge, bro, like I don't care what nobody say, bro. He sold his character and gimmick and his heel intentions so
yeah.
good, bro. Like he did a good job of you getting to hate him, bro. Same as Randy, bro. They did a phenomenal job to get you to hate him. We can bring up Miz too. Miz
Mhm.
heel character, bro,
Mhm.
did a great job for you to get to hate you, bro. Like I hated Miz growing up too, bro. And it's like when you get older, bro, and you go back and look at these guys' runs as heels and faces, bro, they did great jobs, bro. And it's like this match right here, the near falls, excuse me, and just the in-ring work alone, bro, because this is like, man, like if you want to talk about Undertaker mania events, bro, this is up there, bro. Like, if it wasn't Shawn versus Undertaker those two times in Mania, I think this might be up there, bro, in terms of Undertaker WrestleMania matches. Like, it's up there, bro. This is really great. Like, I'm giving this a 15, bro. This is really good.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, the only reason why
Hey man, but who won though? I feel like you forgetting,
Yeah, who
Oh,
won though, gang?
I know who won, but who participated in the match?
Oh
that's good.
man, come
We,
on,
we count we
bro.
count wins.
I know y'all count wins, but like I said, who made the match great?
He was a great
Both.
loser.
Exactly.
He was a great
So
loser.
And I do want to mention
I don't
too,
care. He still was in it, Jay Will.
Edge was also prior to this, Edge was also undefeated at Mania as well. So that's what made it like
That's what made it
stick out a
even.
lot, man.
Yeah.
That's what made it stick out a lot.
Pause. But
To
okay.
me, I thought the match
Oh,
was.
pause.
Yeah. Pause. That was a little crazy, George.
To me, I like the match a lot, But I give it a 9. Only reason why I give it a 9 is because I don't like interferences in matches like these
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Just because my mindset is always this is WrestleMania. First off, this is the main event. To me, I rather just those two just go off. Nobody mess with them and stuff like that. I've
Yeah.
always been There's always been like a con for me personally. Like even like watching like the recent WrestleManias with the Usos and the Cody Rhodes, the interferences with John Cena and The Rock, stuff like that. It's cool. I guess it's a moment, but to
Yeah.
me, this at that time period, I just want to see the two wrestlers just go at it. But it
Facts.
didn't really take away anything crazy from the match. But that's just the only reason why I give it a 9 out of 10. Like everything was perfect. The theme songs, the entrances, the in-ring ability. This is when Undertaker could still actually do certain move sets because once he got older, it was like, yeah, we could tell
Yeah,
you
you
kind of out your way.
cook, bro. Yeah.
But honestly, this was a great WrestleMania, or this was a great match. Honestly, this may be my second favorite Undertaker WrestleMania match of all time, behind the second time Undertaker fought Shawn Michaels. This may be like my second when it comes to
Yeah.
this. This is
Yeah.
really good.
I'm gonna give this match a 10. It was perfect. Great match. The way they told the story of Edge, countering all the Undertaker's big moves, was very smart because it put over how intelligent Edge was. But like Jojo said, the whole 2007 year was hell. So definitely good revenge for the Undertaker. Both streaks was on the line because, like I said, Edge was undefeated at WrestleMania as well. So things like that give a wrestler a lot of credibility in my book. So great match. I think the Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam later that year. I hate that they ended that feud like that, but that's a toss up between that two as well. But this one
Yeah.
right here takes the cake. I think it's my fifth favorite match of him because WrestleMania 25 and 26 are definitely up there with the
Mm,
Shawn Michaels. And there's a few, I think there's like two or more in between, pause. But this one is like number five for me. Like I
mm,
said, great match, great storyline. The way these two chemistry was great. Uh like I said, can't Undertaker, like y'all said, obviously won. I like how it was booked anytime at a main event. Of course, I didn't expect it to end the streak, even though it came out later that Edge was supposed to, but he didn't want to. But
really? Oh, that.
yeah, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
It
But
was
To
a lot
me,
of people that was rumored to post it, and it was Randy when he first started letting
Randy,
the gimmick. Kurt Angle didn't want to do it. Randy didn't want to do it. Edge,
yeah,
Batista. They was even pitching Batista. They was pitching
yeah,
Kane. But it's like it shows like how much respect that these guys have for Taker, bro. And I still
mm,
like to this day the only two people that should have beat Undertaker at Mania is Bray Wyatt and Roman
mm,
Reigns. Those the
I
only
agree.
two.
I
When
agree.
Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker at Mania, bro,
Yeah,
like
and
dude,
he was fighting through a back injury too.
yeah, and it was like, bro,
this
like
concussion as well, Mick. The
bro, and I was a big John Cena fan, bro. But to see Undertaker, like, this is somebody you don't expect to lose on Mania, bro. This dude is
Yeah,
like immortal in Mania, bro. But for him to lose to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, bro, like
yeah,
this was strike one, bro. Like this was when he did that, bro. This was strike one for me, bro. Because it's like, all right, gang, because you're really bugging out at this point, bro. You have. Brock, it really didn't do nothing for Brock Lesnar. People like, yes, it did. No, the only thing it did for Brock Lesnar was for him to get the I conquered the street t-shirt and it did nothing for him, bro. Like when you got guys like Bray Wyatt on the roster, bro, that could have set Bray Wyatt up as the next
yeah,
how I'm trying to say this, like the next monster on the card. Or you got Roman who's got all this heel heat as a face and him being Undertaker at Mania, man. He gets out on Raw. I don't know if y'all remember this. He goes out the next night on Raw. They boo this man for 10 straight minutes.
yeah,
This dude didn't get not one word out. This dude said, "This is my yard now." Dropped the mic and walked off. That could have
hmm
been a perfect time for Roman to like embrace that heel side. We probably could have got the bloodline storyline early, but who knows? I really do think like it worked out for us eventually because like Roman was phenomenal as a heel. But it's like, man, like seeing this, bro, like seeing Brock Lesnar beating this guy at Mania, bro, it's just crazy, bro. They even rumored John Cena when John Cena was really tapping into like the Super Cena phase. They
Hmm.
rumored John Cena to beat Undertaker at Mania, man. And it sucks like we got both Undertaker and Cena on the downside of their career because like it was very disrespectful to both. Like I said earlier, it was very disrespectful to both for John and Undertaker to put on like a 2-3 minute match. It was very disrespectful. But yeah, and I do want to mention as well. I think they went again like at Backlash, like you got in your picture. I think they went again at Backlash. They went again at One Night Stand because I think this is where Undertaker dropped the title to Edge. Boy, I was livid. I ain't gonna lie, boy, I was livid. I was livid. I can't even lie because I think after he dropped the title to Edge, CM Punk got the title off Edge because he cashed.
Hmm. Yeah, he cashed it in. Yeah.
Bro, like they went at it for like a whole year and a half, bro. And I do disagree with the part that how they ended the feud because I actually liked it because like Edge, like he came back in '05, bro. Edge was on a phenomenal heel run. I really do think Edge needed that break because he was doing, bro, he was in his bag, bro, as a heel. I and then he came back in Survivor Series and you know how that went. But yeah, you gotta like, yeah, man. I just think, bro, like that, like choke slamming him through a ring and catch on fire, man. I think that was a phenomenal way to end that feud. That's just me, though.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jojo. I kind of disagree with the Brock take because I think WWE's plan, and even though it kind of like had mixed reactions, I feel like WWE's plan was to make Brock Lesnar like the top guy. And I feel like, this was coming at a time period where Undertaker was kind of losing a step. I didn't necessarily want the streak to end, but I'm okay with it, with him losing it to Brock, just because I feel like they could have made Brock to like where he was the more so the focal point, but they kind of fumbled because Brock was like you may see him in like once every like 2-3 months type guy. Like he never fought really on Raw or SmackDown. He would, if the feuds he were in were mainly just like talking on the mic rather than like actually being put in matches. And that's the one thing about WWE I never understood, because like even when Undertaker was like at his peak, he was still on SmackDown, he was still on Raw, he was still competing, in the ring actually. And you have a guy like Brock Lesnar, and they barely even really wanted to use him at all. Mind you, he's like the highest paid person in WWE, supposed to be like the megastar, and they treated him like he was just like some handicapped old wrestler or something like that. Like I just never understood why they never made Brock get in the ring more.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, my guy, but it's just like they didn't really need to have Brock in the street to make it seem like he was that guy. Because Brock was already that guy. He was already probably like arguably the most dominant force on the roster. And it's like for him to do that, bro, it's just like, oh, it's another name under the belt. He really didn't benefit from it. Like if he would just dominated Undertaker the whole match and Undertaker would have caught him slipping, or he would have put him in the Hell's Gate and he passed out,
Yeah.
that still would have benefited Brock, but Brock didn't need that win. I'm sorry. Like you got people like a young Randy could have benefited because like this is like the time Randy was putting people down like God rest his soul, Kamala. He was RKOing Jake the Snake Roberts. You got Jimmy Snookerfly, God rest his soul. You got Roddy Piper. Like he was, yeah, every Monday or every Friday, Thursday or Friday, he was putting legends down
Hmm.
every single week. And I just feel like a guy like Randy, a guy like Roman, or a guy like Bray, they could have benefited so much for that. But it worked out so well for Randy because like he's arguably one of the greatest ever. Same
Yeah.
with Roman. Roman's going in a direction. God rest Bray soul. He was going in that direction as well with the Fiend character and all that. It's just I don't necessarily believe Brock needed to beat Undertaker at Mania for us to make him believable as like as a dominant force. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's because like this dude like Brock superplexed Big Show off the turnbuckle and broke the ring. He beat Big Show. Undertaker at this point in his career has not won a match against Brock. Brock Lesnar ended Super Cena. Brock Lesnar used to flat out destroy Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar beat Braun Strowman. He beat up Samoa Joe. Like it was at this point, like he didn't need that win to like to make it like believable. Like because we already know what type of guy Brock was, you know. So that's why he didn't need it, bro. He didn't need it.
Mhm. Mm-mm. All right, final thoughts, ratings of the
The whole
WrestleMania
pay-per-view.
24.
I'm gonna give this an 8, bro. I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. Like it had a lot of highlights, it had a lot of lowlights.
Yeah.
Chavo, Kane. But like the feuds, like the Edge and Undertaker feud, the storyline was great. The Cena and Ed, I want to mention this as well. Cena and Randy faced the whole Raw roster, bro. Like a couple of
Hmm.
weeks before Mania. Like them dudes, bro. Them dudes was moving like prime Kobe and prime Shaq, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, them dudes were moving. They were dropping everybody, bro. I really like how that storyline went with the triple threat thing at Mania. I really enjoyed the Ric Flair retirement thing, the storyline with Shawn. Like I said, I really didn't. The only thing I really didn't like was like Kane and Chavo. I really think that was very disrespectful to like both people. Like 10 seconds is crazy, and
Yeah.
especially now with Chavo, like 'cause Chavo really wasn't featured on TV like that no more. So it was like, dang, bro, like what this nigga do to make these niggas that mad backstage? You know? But overall, bro, this show is getting an A, bro. I loved it.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with you. I think I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. Funny enough, that Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels match actually won match of the year of that year, which some people can argue it, and this kind of maybe it's kind of obvious that they kind of more so gave it because of the moment. But that match was just once again, I really did not expect Ric Flair to be able to move like that, pull off
Yeah.
some of the moves that he did. His iconic figure four leg lock. I feel like that's just I just kind of hate that Michael was able to get out of it twice. I just didn't really like that. But that was a great match. Like you said, there were its low lights. They could have probably went without the Chavo and Kane match, either that or at least made it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, all around, this was a really solid WrestleMania. Honestly, I'm gonna have to watch the WrestleMania after all if I can find that episode after 2008 to kind of see the aftermath of some of those matches.
Man, I'm gonna give this a 9 because you had key moments, great matches, matches that you could have went without, especially that Chavo one. I think Batista definitely one you could have went without. Floyd Big Show was very entertaining, but can we say that that experiment was classified as a failure? Match of the year, like you just said, Jay Will, Shawn Michaels, uh, Ric Flair, most memorable, but definitely could have been a tie between Edge and Undertaker as the best match on the cards. Like I said, worst match was the Chavo one. God rest her soul, Ashley. Like I said, I didn't want to rate that one.
Yeah.
The most memorable moment was, like I said, the I'm sorry, I love you. A little cheesy, but touching too, as well.
Honestly, I didn't think
And
that it
uh,
was. I don't really think that was cheesy, to be honest with you. I kind of
I mean, yeah, it was back in my day, it was, but like now we appreciate it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Charles Robinson sprint is definitely a classic moment. Will forever be a classic moment. But like I said, Ric Flair's, as we thought, his last match ever in the WWE, had to give him a nod for that. Edge really worked his ass off in his like first true WrestleMania main event. Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania, he did it again. Undertaker, another great WrestleMania match in his 40s. And of course, the shocking win of CM Punk, and which everybody forgets. So I
Yeah.
give it a 9. Definitely
Yeah.
a
And I do want to bring up another low light. I said this earlier, but Snoop Dogg kissing Maria, bro, that was not needed in the show, bro. Like, I just really feel like that was disrespectful, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I
9.
get Snoop Dogg, bro, but it's like, gang, why would y'all even put that on the show, bro? That's not needed, bro. And that brings up my whole point of women being used as eye candy, bro.
For sure.
I will say the segments on them, like in between as well, like the Hall of Fame, rest
Yeah,
in
Hall
peace,
of
Mae
Fame.
Young. The only segment I didn't like
Oh,
is the
Rocky Johnson. Rocky
yeah,
Johnson.
Yeah.
Rocky Johnson. The only one I didn't like on the segment parts, there was a clip of like Carlito sitting with I think Marie, and he was like fighting a bird or something like that. I was like, yeah, that's a little corny in my taste. But
Mhm.
other than that,
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg had the thing with Santino and Festus. I thought that was pretty funny because
Yeah.
that
I
was
forget
hilarious.
I forget that
That
he
was
even
hilarious.
sometimes like, and it's crazy because he went on to be Luke Gallows, and it doesn't seem like they're the same
Crazy.
personally.
Yeah,
No, they wasn't.
But
But
you
it's
know,
acting for a reason. And shout out to
bro.
John Legend, but
Yeah.
Ray Simone,
Raven Simone was there.
I ain't
Kim
gonna lie,
Kardashian,
she could have been
Kim,
off the show. Raven Simone, I didn't really use that.
Man,
yeah, Kim
Because
Raven Simone was
Kardashian.
that girl though at that time though. So I mean, I get it, bro. Like she was really that girl, bro.
Yeah,
Raven Simone,
you got to put some respect on her name, J. Will. She
yeah,
was
man.
it
Come
seemed
just
like
on, bro.
she was doing a little too much for me on the back. I was like,
on what the That's So Raven show.
no, on the on the what her in the
Oh,
WWE when she was kind of like introduced to Make a Wish kids. I was like, just calm down. Like,
bro, Raven Simone,
She
bro.
played it.
This
She
look
played it
to a
girl,
right.
character, you know.
She played it right. She played it right.
man. I want to talk about Kim K for 1 second. Good Lord, bro. She looked good, bro. I can't lie. She looked good, bro.
Yeah, she did.
You know,
She's very
you're
beautiful,
not gonna make
bro.
me talk about Kim K on this podcast. So you got that. I'm not talking about Kim K on this podcast.
What's your beef with Kim K?
We not gonna talk about Kim K.
We'll talk about it after we finish
I'm
recording.
not gonna talk about
I need to know this little beef. So, all right, fellas, I appreciate y'all once again. Thank you for joining in as we gonna continue to grow. We just hit 2K on the channel, so we're gonna slowly build it back up. And last week's show hit 1K, which I'm surprised, and JoJo knows why. But we did good. We doing good, fellas. And shout out to Ray for that good comment he put on the show yesterday. He was definitely right about a few things, but we ain't gonna point that out.
it.
So, Jay Will, I appreciate you. JoJo, I appreciate you as well. So we'll be back with another pay-per-view, and like, comment, subscribe, and we the greatest. See
Yes, sir.
y'all.